Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the ice chances for Texas, all the way to the East Coast. Definitely will be a very impressive snowstorm. We're going to definitely have to see how intense these storms will get and how much ice can be accumulated on the ground. This is supposed to be a very impressive little ice storm we got here. I just had to make another video today. It seems pretty bad. I always look at it sometimes, and it's just super bad. It's just crazy. The expected amount for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama are above an inch. And that is super bad. Even parts of Texas are almost up to an inch. And this is really bad. This is not good. It's gonna be a pretty bad, ice winter storm. Freezing rain probabilities are high. Bitter cold. Almost in the negatives right there. For Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, that kind of area. For the Houston area, they're supposed to be getting super cold. You can see the lake outlines here. And I mean, cat sneezed. Bless you, bud. It's just horrible right now. With intensity for these storms is just going up and up and up. And honestly, this is gonna be pretty bad. And it's not just the storm that's supposed to be bad. There's even an extremely cold Arctic front that is moving down south, and they've officially started issuing winter storm warnings and extreme cold warnings. Let's read this extremely cold warning. It says dangerous wind chills result in hypothermia or frostbite on exposed skin if precautions are not taken. Cold temperatures will become life-threatening to people and animals outside without any warmth or shelter. Damage to plumbing is likely if pipes are not properly drained or insulated. Sorry, guys. Cold temperatures will become life-threatening to people, animals outside. Should I just read that? Now, the temperatures, dangerous cold wind chills as low as 10 below zero, so negative 10 degrees, and above 8 degrees Sunday morning, and 2 below on Monday morning. That is horrible. Negative 10 degrees for Texas is bad. Like, that is low. That is actually almost to the record of negative 25 degrees. So that's pretty cold. For the Houston area, was low to 0 degrees to 15 degrees are possible. Even some nights this is regular temperatures. This wasn't with wind, but from the teens to the lower 20s in some areas of I-10 may result below freezing all day Sunday. So that's pretty crazy. I-10. I don't know where I-10 is. It's somewhere over here. But yeah, that is cold temperatures. And they are issuing a bunch of winter storm warnings and watches and stuff right now. So I'm just kind of waiting for the Houston area to be issued, more parts of Louisiana, and Mississippi. And hoping with the eastern states, but those will be tomorrow. We should be in an issue either later tonight for Houston. They should either be in the issue for later tonight or early tomorrow, or maybe even late tomorrow. I mean, it kind of just depends. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting ice snowstorm that we're supposed to be getting. I mean, 1/10 to 1/4 of inch of ice is likely across the warning area. And, even some snow is possible for northern areas. So definitely a bad one. Definitely take precautions and safety concerns to your house. Check on your neighbors. pets, everything. Make sure you leave the sinks dripping whenever it does get down to these cold temperatures, which will probably be around like Saturday, Sunday, into Monday as well. Make sure to keep those faucets dripping, because if you don't, they'll freeze and they'll break, and that'll be a problem. And make it dripping, like maybe drip like every like second, or up to like 1 second to 5 seconds. If you're in the negatives, I'm sorry to say, but you're kind of screwed. But there is a chance that your pipes might just be completely fine and nothing will happen. It just kind of depends on how old your house is. So, like, the older your house is, the higher chance it has the pipes to burst. But you also have the chances that your house is newer and the pipes are more insulated and, not newer. So they'll have a less chance of breaking. But obviously, still leave everything dripping. Do not leave the outside faucets dripping. Cover those with a faucet cover. And make sure to insulate those for sure. Make sure to get the thick ones. And let's look at our forecast. The HRRR is starting to get kind of close to being able to forecast it. It's there, but it's not fully there yet. So definitely going to be watching over that later tomorrow. Let's look at the GFS to see how this runs through. The European model is not doing much. It shows a lot less of a worse storm. I'll have to wait for this darn thing to load. We'll leave that alone for a second there. Should be good now. There we go. So until it really starts to dip down, and there's 2 waves of this storm, by the way. It's not just one. There's 2, and the second wave will bring a lot of sleet to Houston, the northern Houston area, to Conroe, and a lot of freezing rain. Dallas will get hit with freezing rain and snow and sleet, a lot of sleet, and they'll probably get some pretty bad temperatures up there, which I would check right now. These temperatures are just going to be so low. School will more than likely be canceled across most of Texas. So that will be a very high guarantee. But yeah, negative temperatures for Dallas possibly. This isn't even wind chill, by the way. This is wind chill. And wind chill is a heck of a lot worse. My area is pretty cold. It's almost in the negatives. And that wind chill just stays there for a couple days. Monday wind chills are supposed to be extremely low. Holy crap. That's crazy. Definitely some very, very cold temperatures for across Texas. Really the entire state will probably be under a extreme cold weather watch or warning, if not already. Freezing rain will definitely be our main concern, including the heavy snow that parts of New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma, and more of the kind of mid states of the U.S. or not. I don't mean mid. I mean like middle of the United States. Let's look at these. Let's look at these totals really quick. We'll go to national. So, as this is playing out, it seems to get a lot worse for sleet and freezing rain for more of the eastern coast. And it seems like there's like 2 winter storms that are at completely different time frames that kind of go into one. So that's kind of what the GFS and the European is showing. But the European isn't doing much. It's not really showing that this winter storm is supposed to be that bad, but I'm just going to use the GFS for today. And, as you could tell, it splits in half right about here, and then right around here it starts to, reconnect, and, Houston could get, Dallas would probably get hit with 2 separate, winter storms on the same day through night, which will be crazy. And then this thing kind of sticks around for, like a day and a half. It's just a lot of freezing rain and sleet. And as I'm running this through, it's just the snow increases, and it almost turns into a nor'eastern clipper, which is really bad sometimes. And this one doesn't seem to be too bad for a nor'eastern, but it definitely drops some snow on the ground. These are our snow totals right here. You got about 17 inches right there. For Oklahoma, they've kind of dropped their inch rate. it's more of like a eh. And then in Dallas, it's around 5 inches to 2 inches possible. So this is actually shifted north. So this is kind of what we were expecting. Freezing rain, though. I can't show you the total ice accumulation, which kind of sucks because that'll show probably even more ice. But some places with 3 inches of ice in Georgia, that's more than catastrophic. That's extreme right there, which is super duper bad. Parts of Texas still around, that same little area is still, an inch and above to 8. I say like 0.80 inches. Whoa, what's 0.80 to 1 inch in certain areas, and it really just travels, and you can kind of see how that low pressure was, or not low pressure, that high pressure was starting to kind of push it down right here, so it kind of dips a little bit and then goes back up north. So definitely something to watch over for this winter storm. Definitely something to be careful for. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the GFS. So let's look at this little thingy right here that I found today. This kind of shows the total inch rate for the ice forecast, and it's a lot different from what we were just looking at with the GFS. This is probably a little bit mixed between different models and stuff, and they definitely made this for sure. Like right here, this is screwed up right here. This should be pushed out further. This should be reloaded right here. So a few things are kind of messy right here. Like this should not be cut off. Like that's obviously not right. But anyway, all of this could change. I mean, this purple could be way over here, or it could be way over there, or it could just not be there at all. But since this winter storm is already so close to being here, this probably won't change too much. Or it might change a lot. It just kind of depends on when that cold front hits and how the high pressure hits the northern part of the storm and pushes it down. But, I mean, around here, I mean, you can see that we have, more than an inch of ice accumulation. And this is just ice. So this is like freezing rain and excludes sleet. So I'm pretty sure that actually this doesn't include sleet. This is just freezing rain, I'm pretty sure. This one is showing almost an inch in Georgia. Maybe some areas are showing an inch for even parts of Tennessee. Definitely have a chance. Just a lot of the southern states like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, parts of even Texas are supposed to have close to an inch or over. Even Tennessee, but I can't really count that as a southern state. I mean, it's kind of like in the middle. For this 0.1 inch thing, this is kind of a mixed thing here. I have some areas that are super high, some areas that are kind of low, but they don't really match up that well. So we'll kind of skip that one. Let's look at the snow amount. Oh wait, hold on, this one. Oh, never mind. We will not be using this one. This is the snow forecast, and let me go to the expected amount. There we go. So this one's pushed up north, so this is probably closer to like the European model maybe. And I mean, there's some slight chances down here, but I'm not going to say that there will be much. So you definitely have a lot of, different things here. You got around 8 to 12 inches here. All these darker spots are around 8 to 12 inches. Oh, there we go. Around 12 inches, 13 inches right there. Even a small pop-up of 20 inches, but I don't think that's going to happen. This isn't going to be that accurate, as much as I would like it to be. So this will change more than likely over time. This would probably either push up north or it'll push a little bit down south. Just kind of depends on that cold front and the high pressure, when it hits. So we'll definitely have to see that in the future. This is the National Forecasting Chart, or Weather Prediction Center. It's part of it. So this is today for Thursday. Slight rain in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and a little bit of North Carolina. Some Florida, some thunderstorms. Some snow from Montana all the way down to Nebraska. Even some areas in South Dakota. A lot of lake snow effect in New York, Wisconsin, Michigan, And, just a lot of those states over there, I mean, that's pretty typical. For Friday is whenever the winter storm starts. So it's not loading. Oh, well, that ain't good. Why aren't you loading? Oh, jeez, this is Saturday. You can tell that it really starts to push down south. Friday would work. I mean, that would be great. But it's not. Really tell that, this right here is the freezing rain possibility. The legend is right here if y'all want to read it. All this blue is where you're going to get your most of your mixed, precipitation. And Oklahoma is in a heavy snow possibility, so it kind of arranges. So this is kind of like all day. So this is kind of mixed between everything. So this is like the whole day. Sunday, I think this will probably be pushed over more east. Seems like it's actually pushed down further south since the last time I looked at it. For some reason, Friday isn't working. So you can see that Arctic front pushes right here. This is it right there. Man, I really do not know why this one isn't. There we go. This is the Friday one. So you can see that that blue line is pushed up further north. So this will kind of be a later Saturday morning kind of thing. And then you have freezing rain possibilities throughout New Mexico all the way to, technically that's all the way to North Carolina. Oklahoma will already have a heavy snow possibility and just snow in general. So definitely an interesting day tomorrow for later into the night. I will not be making a video tomorrow. So we will definitely have to try to see what we can do. I'll probably make a post tomorrow whenever they do start, but that obviously kind of depends on time. So this is experimental, so this is not going to be 100% accurate. And yeah, I think that would be probably it for most of our video. Like I said earlier, keep those pipes, dripping, so they don't freeze over during the nighttime in those low temperatures. Especially further down south, we're not used to it being that cold, and either is our pipes, except for 2021. 2021 was a bad year for people in pipes, especially in Fort Worth. Rest in peace. But yeah, ice storm warnings are out as well. This is for ice accumulations up to 1 inch with additional sleet and accumulation possible, so that's kind of mixed. But yeah, we'll be waiting for the rest of this stuff to turn into warnings. And we'll be making another video Saturday. Maybe even earlier. We might make one tomorrow because Saturday I have other things I have to do. So I will catch you on the flip side. That was really dumb. I will talk to y'all hopefully either late Friday or Saturday. Alright. Bye guys.